Hello, everybody. Welcome to this orientation session for our joint initiative, Walking to Chavin, a relational pilgrimage to rerouting and becoming in the central Andes of Peru. We're very happy to be here with the team that has been thinking, feeling, and hearting this initiative. We will be having some time to introduce ourselves, and we will be focusing today in presenting the itinerary and responding to some questions that you may have about the route, the circuit, the logistics, and the spirit that is animating this pilgrimage that we are going to do in July and August, to be specific, from July 26th to August 8th in Huaraz, Peru. All these the contents of this recording will be available in our website and in our social media accounts. Any other questions that you might have, we will also leave here our email. You can shoot us at info@enlivencooperative.org or through the social media channels that you may be already following, either of the Enliven Cooperative or of Andes Labs. It is a pleasure and a joy to be here. My name is Gerardo Amaro, a member and a co-founder of the Enliven Cooperative, one of the two organizations, collectives, that is promoting and designing and hosting this initiative, this on-learning journey. An on-learning journey that we have created with the idea of activating the memory within, the memory that is walked, the memory that is contained in songs, in prayers, in ceremonies, in the simple act of observing at the sky above and observing at the sky within. So very happy to be here, to be sharing with you, and maybe we do a quick round of introductions now before going to the next stage in our call. So maybe Anna, if you want to introduce yourself.
Thank you, Gerardo. Hello, everybody. I'm really excited to connect with you all and to share more about this invitation that we have been dreaming of for the past couple of months in this formula in which you see us here. My name is Ana Marica. I am based and I come from the territory of Romania. I'm a community weaver, and I place myself at the intersection of learning and unlearning processes and unlearning journeys. I am part of the Enliven Cooperative together with Gerardo. We have been dreaming and planning unlearning journeys and interbeing journeys since 2 years already. And sometimes I also wear the hat of project manager and all the other skills that need to go into bringing an idea and the dream to life. And I'm very happy to pass it forward to Carlo.
Hola, my name is Carlo. I'm from Peru. I'm based in Huaraz, in the central Andes of Peru. And I have been living here for more than 24 years. And I dedicate myself to researching the traditional and ancestral knowledge from this territory, also medicinal plants, and also Chavin Wantar. I have been going to Chavin, taking people to Chavin for more than 10 to 15 years. So I'm very happy to be part of this team, this crew, and as Anna said, we have been dreaming about this and thinking and sharing a lot of ideas on how to take people in the best way, in the most conscious way possible. We try to, by walking to Chavin, try to deconstruct, unlearn certain things we have been taking from our society, from modernity, and what we want is to connect more to ourselves, to nature, and this memory that is all around us is part of what I'm saying is part of the Gandhian way of living, the cosmovivencias, or how to live connected to life. And I'm very happy to be part of this team. I'm going to now introduce Renata. Renata is also part of the team. She is strengthening her English. She's a body artist, a body therapist too. And Renata, can you share some words?
Olá, eu vou falar em português. Muito feliz também de estar aqui nesse time, nesse espaço. Meu nome é Renata Borges, eu sou brasileira. Estou vivendo aqui em Huaraz, nesse momento. E já com o Carlos, já fazem 2 anos que estamos levando grupos para fazer esse caminho. E já tem um pouco mais de tempo que nós dois caminhamos essa rota juntos, sempre rezando, fazendo nossas oferendas e nesse caminho de escuta, de reaprender a ver as coisas também, a reconhecer a realidade, ou as realidades. E, bom, muito grata pelo interesse de você ou vocês que estão assistindo esse vídeo agora. Espero que esse conteúdo faça sentido também para vocês e espero encontrá-los em breve.
Perfecto, pues muchísimas gracias por estas presentaciones. Y pues sin más, where I switched to to Spanish after the Portuguese. Thank you all so much for these introductions. And so we're gonna now listen to Carlo, who's gonna be sharing with more details about the proposal. So Carlo, all yours.
Thanks, Gerardo. We are totally from the global south, right? We all come from regions that are have a lot of traditions and memories. So I'm going to share a presentation I prepared. So this is a presentation of the place and what we're going to do during these 12 days, from the 28th of July to the 8th of August. In another moment, we'll have a live sessions of questions and answers via Instagram, but this session is just to explain you what we're going to do. So walking to Chavin, a regenerative pilgrimage of becoming and rerouting in the central Andes of Peru. As Renata said in Portuguese, we have been doing this for 4 years, but we have been taking people in this route for 2 years now. And we're very happy to take more every year and show you the things we love and the things we believe are very important in these times of humanity. So this is a map of Peru. Here it's Chavin de Huántar that is close to Huaraz. So we are in the central Andes of Peru. Yes, this is Lima. So from Lima you can go by bus or by plane now. So you can go in a 8-hour journey from Lima to Huaraz and then to Chavin. But from Huaraz, we're not going by bus to Chavin, we're going walking on a 4-day trek. Chavin and Huaraz are located around the Cordillera Blanca, which is a wide mountain range, which is the highest tropical glacier in the world and has the highest glacial mass in the Andes of Peru. You have more than 30 mountains above 6,000 meters and more than 50 above 5,000 meters. So this is a place where most ancient places, archaeological sites are located around this area because there is water. This we see these glaciers as like water altares de agua. There are a lot of temples around. This is a very important place. The most ancient human site, is the Guitarrero Cave, which is located close to Huaraz and has evidence of people living there for 12,000 years ago. So it's a very old place in the Andes. So the first day, we start on July 28th, and you will arrive to Huaraz, and we will receive you. So this morning in Huaraz is just that. Yes, we get to know each other. We have breakfast and lunch, and then we'll have a small circle where we'll present the more detailed itinerary, and everybody will present himself, herself to each other. So the idea is to build a community while we are doing this experience. Afterward, I will prepare and show you a presentation about Chavin. Chavin, as you see in this image, it's a very mystical culture. Yes, this person represented in the ceramic is doing like an asana from the yoga, and these are knowledge, body wisdom on how to harmonize energy centers and energy flows in the body. If you like mysticism in the Andes and all over the world, this is a very interesting and relevant and super amazing culture, Chavin. So this is a view from Chavin, from Huaraz. In Huaraz, you can walk around the city and see the highest mountain in Peru, the Huascaran, 6,768 meters. This is the city in the afternoon, late afternoon, and you see how the sunset illuminates the glaciers from Huaraz. And this is an image from the Chavin temple. Yes. In the Chavin temple, you will see snakes, jaguars, dragons, eagles, condors, all sculpted in the stones. This sculpture was in its classic age in more than 3,000 years ago. So it's like 2,000 years before the Incas. The grandfathers of the Incas were the Wari, and the grandfathers of the Wari were the the Chavin. So it's very, very old. The second day, we will do a small acclimatization hike to places around Huaraz. Yes, and in the afternoon, we'll do a brief work session with Renata. So we'll start opening our bodies. We'll start removing things that have been blocking us for the last weeks or maybe decades. We'll see. Renata has a lot of experience in this. She has been sharing this therapy for more than 15 years now. And also we'll have a conference by Elena Pardo too, this day, the first day, sorry, about the Andean and Amazonian cosmovisions and cosmovivencias. This is an image of the rebirthing session shared by Renata. The third day, we'll do a moderate acclimatization hike. So the second day was walk around 3 hours. Now we're going to walk 5 hours. The idea is to prepare our bodies to this altitude. In Huaraz, we are at 3,100 meters above sea level. So the idea of these 3 first days is to generate the conditions so you will walk with less problems at higher altitudes. The idea is to create more red blood cells in your blood so more oxygen can be absorbed into your body, and also acclimatize to the air pressure here. So after this walk, we'll have a group process session so we can start sharing more between ourselves. This is an image of one of the lakes that we might visit. We have 3 options, yes. So if the group is solid, we can go to Churu, which is a moderate walk. But if we are not so strong, we can go to Radian, which is this one, or maybe Wilcacocha, which are easier walks. We'll see. We have to be flexible. So the fourth day, we start the trekking to Chavin, the walk to Chavin. We're going to be 4 days in the mountains. We'll stop sleeping in beds, and now we're going into the tents with a sleeping bag, with a mat. We'll have more people will join our group. We'll have Gladys, which she's the guide, the mountain guide. He has been working in guiding people for more than 15 years in this Corrida Blanca. Also, Leonela will accompany us. Leonela is the cook. She will prepare the food based on local food, local products, and especially for having energy to walk and also to cleanse our body. Yes, the idea is to have this experience to connect to ourselves, and what we eat is very important. It is to change our diet so we can purify our blood, our kidneys, our skin, everything that also has been there for a while and we don't need. So by walking and eating well, we will achieve that objective of purifying ourselves. Yes, every pilgrimage is like this. You have to purify before you enter into a temple. All temples in every culture are very clean and ordered places. You never see a Hinduist or Buddhist or Christian or Judaism temple dirty. They are always clean, and as we're going to a temple, we also have to be clean. Yes. So this day we'll walk 12 kilometers for 4 to 6 hours. We'll make offerings at the start of the trek. because we have to ask for permission. Yes, it's very important that we relate to the non-human entities in this territory, which are the valleys, the rivers, the mountains. Elena and also the arrieros will accompany us in these offerings. So they're very important. And we'll do offerings also in the huancas. It's an image of a huanca, which is a vertical stone planted there 3,000 years ago. We'll see a lot of huancas because they mark also the way to Chavin. And we'll talk more about the huancas when you are here. So this is the first day, and after the 4 to 6 hours walk, we'll have a lunch and also some body practice to stretch and relax the body. This is an image of where we're going to walk. We're going to walk around this valley. And on July and August, the sky is like this, so it will be beautiful. We'll see some plants. I research medicinal plants, so I will show you some medicinal plants along the days, because we're going to see many different medicinal plants, and we'll drink them too. So here's Renata taking the picture of this amazing Matucana cactus. So the 5th day, we're not going to move the campsite this day. We're going to stay in the same Sacracancha camp. But we're going without our small backpacks. We're going to visit a huanca, a cave, and a small lake called Coyotacocha, which has a lot of native birds, Andean birds. So if you like birds, you will see a lot. And we'll make an offering in this important huanca that is in the center of this ravine. This is a small cave that we'll visit to and make an offering. You see, it has like the face of an animal, the tenon head. This is a picture of the local ducks and gallaretas and more that we'll visit. This is the huanca, and here we also have an image of Cecilia. Cecilia Paniagua, she's a great, very wise woman from the territory, from Chavin, and she will meet us in Chavin. She will conduct the 2 ceremonies, the 2 Wachuma sacred cactus ceremonies in Chavillahuanta. So this day will be around the campsite. We'll walk like 1 hour and a half, but then we'll return to the campsite. This is a day of acclimatization too, because the next day, the 6th day, we're going to make the pass. We're going to walk up to 4,700 meters. So the day before we're chilling out at 4,000 meters, but now this 6th day we're going to walk up. This is the day that will require a lot of our efforts. We'll arrive to the pass, at Yanashayash Pass, and we'll make an offering there too. Every day we start doing an offering and we close the day doing an offering. But this day we'll do also an offering at the Yanashayash Pass. It's a place where you will see that there are many offerings being placed there for hundreds of years. And that day we'll arrive to the next camp, which is Shonku camp. Shonku camp, this is Sacracancha camp. But Shonku camp is to the other side of the Cordillera Blanca, next to Chavin. And Shonku means heart. So the ancient people just knew that ravine had to be named the Heart Ravine. This is a picture of the Yanashaya Pass. There is a small pond with offerings. You see in the center there is a small rock and has rocks on top of rocks. That's called an apacheta, and that is a form of offering too in the Andes. This is after the pass, we go down into the Shonku camp, and this is the way. This is a very ancient trail. It has people have been walking around this trail for 3,000 years. Yes. So look how they managed to prepare the floor and also cut the stone. It's amazing, right? So this is one of the trails in the Cordillera Blanca that has the most well conserved trail in the territory. 7th day. So this day we go from Shonku camp to Chichucancha, which is a small village. And from this village, they will take us to Chavin de Huanta, the town. In Chavin, we'll have lunch. So we'll do a small trek of 4 kilometers, 2 to 3 hours this day. This will be our last day in the mountains. I have been talking to you about the 4 days in the mountains in 10 minutes, but we'll be there 4 days, and it will be amazing. So this is where the Shonku camp in the center of this valley. It's the Shonku camp place site. In the morning, if you like to walk very early, we can go and do a hike to a small cave around. Not for everybody, just for the people that want to do it. This is Cecilia with the llamas. Will be accompanied by donkeys and llamas and 3 arrieros that have experience in this type of expeditions. And here is Renata, and in the back you have one of the most important glaciers, mountains in the Cordillera Blanca, the Huantzán mountain. The water from this glacier goes to Chavin de Huántar. Chavin de Huántar is between 2 rivers, and this river that comes from this mountain is called the Huachexa, which is to give birth, the Huachexa, the water that gives birth. And you see like the face of a person there. This, yeah, it's a grandmother mountain, a jirca we call it here. And this face of this mountain has never been climbed. It's one of the few mountains that it has never been climbed in all of its faces. It's many people have died, but it's still invicted. Nobody can climb that still. So we arrived on day 7 to Chavin, but on day 8 we are going to do our first cactus ceremony. So we'll have a small breakfast, and then we'll visit the temple, and we will share this medicine with Cecilia. You see here one of the tenon heads of the temple, and in the tenon head you see the cactus here. Yes, from the eye it is coming out. So I interpret this as the Chavin were trying to say, with this sacred cactus, you can see better. Yes. So this is the town of Chavin. This is the temple of Chavin. We came from this ravine, from the trek, and this is the river Huachexa, and this is the river Most, the one that is below. So we're going to be this 8th day in the temple, in the square plaza, making an offering, going also into the underground galleries, because this temple has more than 4 kilometers of underground galleries. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, so it's very unique. It will also be going next to the circular plaza. And well, I cannot tell you more because it's something that words don't explain too much, really, but it can be very life transforming. It can be a moment before and after in your life, if you really come with an open heart and with the right intentions. So on day 9, August 5, I didn't say, but on day 8, it's a full moon. It's the new moon. So it's a very important time of the month to do a ceremony. So on day 9, we're going to have the morning to rest and have an integration space after the ceremony. And in the afternoon, we can go to the Yurak Machai cave or to the Kerkos hot springs. You can decide then. But the idea is to chill out that day, start, talk to each other, rest, write, draw, enjoy the hot springs, or do a small trek. What we have those two options. This is the place where we are going to stay. It has changed a little bit, but this is a place where we're going to be accommodated during the stay in Chavin de Huántar. So on day 10, we'll visit the museum with a lot of fantastic material culture, stones, columns, amazing stuff from the Chavin times. It will be a guided visit, and afterwards we'll visit the artisans of Chavin. This is an image of the museum. This is a shell trumpet that is in 2001. An archaeologist discovered 20 sculpted shell trumpets, pututos. I have my pututo, but it's not the one from Chavin. And you will see all of those in the museum. Also, we'll see more than 50 Tenon heads. The one to the right is one of my favorites because it's very feline. This is a very important stone obelisk. We call it the Obelisco Tello. So this obelisk, the original piece, is inside the museum. So we'll take a look at it and see that in one of the faces of this stone there is a chacana, one of the oldest representations of a complete chacana, the 4 sides and the circle in the middle. Yes, it has 4 sides. 2 sides belong to the female representation, the female jaguaroid eagle, and the other one is a male. Yes, so all of Chavin is duality, complementary duality. And we'll see the artisans that make this amazing stuff. And with snakes and jaguars and eagles and condors and stone caps, and you will see. The 11th day, our almost we're at the end of the experience. We'll have the second ceremony with the cactus. We'll visit again the cactus. The first, it's always recommended to have more than 2 or 3 experience, more than 1 experience in Chavin de Huántar or with a sacred plant. The first ceremony kind of opens up our consciousness, our mind. We get acquainted for the first time if you have not tried this medicine before, but it will start moving things. And the second ceremony will harmonize it and close it in a good way. So you will have 2 ceremonies that will, each ceremony, I have had more than 50 or 100 ceremonies, and each ceremony is very special. And it's in Chavin, which is the temple for this, is the most special place to do a ceremony with this cactus. People have been doing this cactus here for more than 3,000 years old. For example, these 2 columns that you see here, you see the figures are this. This is there's a head with fangs and a eagle beak. It has wings and hands, arms, and feet. But this is a female. Here you have the vagina dentata, and here you have the jaguar penis. And this is a falcon, and this is an eagle. This is the center of the body of the female has like the male has like a ray. And this is a symbol of complementary opposition, that the female and the male are one, the day and the night are one, the hot and cold are also one, left, right. And you see, for example, here the eye of the eagle, which is straight, and here you see the eye of the falcon, which has this small like eye drop. And the thing that they're holding, because both entities are holding something. The female is holding the female part of an atlatl in Nahuatl. In Spanish, we call it estolica. So in the hunters and gatherers use this tool to hunt animals. And the female is holding the one where you put the lance, and the male is holding the other one. So this is a symbol, right? It's like when you see Shiva holding a fire, it symbolizes something. Yes, it's the destruction of the universe, right? When you see Shiva Nataraja holding the Agni, it's the destruction of the universe. So in the same sense, this lance is not representing only the lance, it's representing a tool that only with the female energy and the masculine energy can be used. Yes, you cannot use this tool, this power, if you don't integrate both energies, masculine and feminine energy. So you will see the temple full of these symbolisms, and that are very important. Yes, because in this main part of the temple, you see the male and the female at the same level, not male on top, not female below. No, it's male and female are as is important. So it's very important in these times of humanity, that the different, the ones inside and the ones outside, they need each other. That's the Yanantin principle. Elena will tell you more about it. And inside the most ancient gallery, underground gallery in the temple, you'll find this Huanca, the sacred Huanca, the Wari Huanca. It's the only place in the Americas where an ancient divine representation is not God. You don't have to understand this as a God. This is a representation of the ancestors. Yes, so people honored their ancestors, and this Warihuanca in this underground gallery has the right hand up and the left hand down, and it is smiling. And archaeologists describe this as the smiling God. Yes, but it's not a God. We'll talk more about this when you are here. So the last day, yes, it's the last day. The last day, we're going to have our integration circle, a closing ceremony, where we'll share our impressions of all these 11 days we have been together. We'll have a lunch, but this will be a special lunch with local foods and some rituality going on that is linked to this closing ceremony. And then this last day, we go from Chavin to Lima if that is your plan, or you can go from Chavin to Huaraz. Or if you want to stay more days in Chavin, you're welcome to stay more days in Chavin. But this is our last day as this small community, small family that have been experiencing this together for 12 days. So that's the program. On top of the main Huanca in Chavin, you'll see a small chacana, circular chacana, 3,200 years old. You cannot find another chacana as that in Peru. So, I as you have seen, I love Chavin. I have been there, and I will be doing I want to take more people and more people every year to Chavin. So glad to welcome you. So write us to our email. You will see below this video and ask questions and yeah, we are happy to go this year again. Gerardo.
Thank you, Carlo. It's been super amazing and exciting and super inspiring, and I literally cannot wait to be there and learn more. I was wondering if because maybe we can do now like some questions that may like questions that we have got to go into more detail. For me, for example, I have a couple of them. One, if you could expand a little bit more on the idea of Chavin as an initiation temple. No? Is not a is in that sense is a very special site. And yeah, if you could elaborate a little bit more on this initiation idea. And then another one that is more logistical, which is about the language. How's this gonna be playing out, with inhabiting like these multiple linguistic worlds in which we will be dwelling for these days.
Yeah, I will start with the second question. Yes, we speak English. Everybody has a second language, but that's perfect. Yes. So we will be a bilingual team, and sometimes trilingual. Gladys speaks English and Spanish. Cecilia speaks English and Spanish. I speak English and a little bit of Portuguese and a little bit of Quechua. And Anna speaks French, I know, also Romanian, maybe some other language, Spanish too. So we'll be welcoming people that speak Portuguese, English, and Spanish. So we are prepared for that. All the explanations, descriptions, activities will be translated into these languages, English and Portuguese. Yes. So about Chavin, Chavin is a ceremonial center. It's not like a place where people lived. Yes, it's a place where ceremonies were carried out. And 3,200 years ago, Chavin was a pilgrimage destination. So think about Lhasa in Tibet, pilgrimage destination. Think about Jerusalem, Rome, La Mecca, all those are pilgrimage centers. So people from different cultures came to Chavin de Water to meet each other and perform ceremonies. Some of these ceremonies were welcoming ceremonies, some were goodbye ceremonies, some were ceremonies for the summer solstice, ceremonies for the winter solstice, and also when you take you perform rite of passage, rite de passage, un rito de pasaje. You change your status in a traditional culture. When you change from a child to a young man, you usually do an initiation ritual. Also, when you marry to another person, you do an initiation ritual. You change your status. So you have to carry out a ceremony. In Christianity, these ceremonies have been in many places. The ceremonies have the importance of the ceremonies have gone down, but Christianity has also their own initiation rituals. But there are initiation rituals when you become you want to learn something and you want to acquire certain skills. So these initiations into the, maybe I will use the word shamanic, which is not from the Andes, because in the Andes we have our own words, but it's a very easy way to understand it. It's a shamanic initiation ritual is a process, because it takes years, where you start connecting to your own wisdom, which is the wisdom of the universe, because it's everywhere, this wisdom. And you start understanding and interpreting in a correct way the visions and the dreams, and also involves learning the mythology, the stories, the myth of your own territory. So if you're a shaman, you learn about plants, learn about myths, learn about how to heal, how to modify the climate, and this takes a lot of years. So it's important to understand that if you're going to do a ceremony in Chavin, you will not become a shaman afterwards, right? This is a long process, and it's a hard process, and if people know what it is about, you'll never become a shaman, right? And nobody, no shaman, no real shaman wanted to become a shaman. But we'll have a ceremony that can be life-changing. I have seen it. I have been accompanying groups for 10 years in ceremonies in Chavin, and I have seen people that I myself have changed a lot through these ceremonies. So we try to do these ceremonies in a very respectful way for the temple, because it's an ancient temple, it's a UNESCO site, and people still visit it. And also in respect to the memories of the people, ancient people that celebrated these mysteric rituals, and also to the plant, in respect to this plant. The Andean way of living, of being, involves respect in all of the senses, yes. We make offerings when we enter the mountain, because it's like saying, can I come inside your house? Yes, we ask the same, but not to the people, but to the non-human persons in the mountains. So in Chavin, it's a pilgrimage place. It's a place of initiations, many kind of initiations. If you were born in the north of Peru and wanted to know more about the stars, you could come to Chavin and be initiated in these wisdoms. If you wanted to know about stone architecture, you also could go and be initiated. And also, if you want to know about medicinal plants, you could also go to Chavin and learn. It was like a university. Not only there was a market to exchange market where people from different places exchange goods, but also exchange stories and wisdoms, and you could become part of the cult, as I understand it, because a cult needs a generation of people managing it. So for 8 centuries at least, people were transferring this type of knowledge from one generation to the other through rituals, through initiation rituals. I can continue hours about this. I have only said some things, but we'll have these days to share more about it.
Yeah. Thank you, Carlo. Super important to learn and unlearn, to feel, to think, to be, to become. Particularly in these times, no? That we're talking about so many transformations. But I see Anna has also a question.
Thank you, Gerardo. And before I ask the question, I have to share that I feel very grateful for being guided in this journey by Carlo and Renata. I was reflecting right now while listening to Carlo share about what's going to happen in the journey, that it is so important to have somebody guide us, somebody that is so attuned to the territory that we're going to be walking. So I just wanted to share my appreciation for both of you for that. And one question that I have that I feel it's going to be important for the people listening to us is somebody who is feels the calling to joining us. How should they prepare? And what would be the optimum requirements for somebody to also be able to walk in pilgrimage with us in a way that it feels safe for their body as well as for their minds and souls?
Thanks. And well, to walk 4 days in the mountain requires that you can walk, right? And you should, in these days, we're going to walk from 4 to 6 hours each day, and some days we're going to walk upwards. Yes, we're going to walk from 4,000 meters to 4,700 meters and then go down. So if you're not a person that usually has never walked for 6 hours in your life, it can be very difficult. Maybe it's not the experience you might want. But if you usually walk during the day in a city, in the camp, and you like walking and walking on nature and sleeping on tents, you like this is the walk, the experience for you. We'll be walking at 4,000 meters, so the body must be attuned to that. So the majority of people humans are fit to do this. Yes, humankind has developed as an animal that can walk a lot of distances. So if you're not prepared, you can start preparing. Maybe you can walk and you don't need to run. Yes, but you have to strengthen your legs, your lungs, the muscles around the lungs. You have from February to July, so it's like 5 months. So you have 5 months to train if you are not fit right now. If you have been not doing a lot of exercise for the last years, I think you can. But if you have done exercises and you think you can do it, but you have not done exercises for the last 5 years, you can start training now, walking around the area of where you live. I think that we are prepared. We have taken people that you think that they will not walk, and they have walked. Yes, because they have too much weight. But I have seen people with a lot of weight do this trek. But they can do it if they like to walk and have trained to do this. Yes, so there is no weight limit. It's just you must walk. Yes, it's very important. And we also have a team prepared to treat different things that can happen, like mountain sickness or stomach sickness. Also, I think we are prepared to attend some psychological stress, and happy to do it. Yes, we like to serve. We do this to serve. I think that as adults, we're no longer young people, where we're still trying to reaffirm our identity. We are adults, and we want to serve our community and our community. So if you have questions, we can also do a personal questions. We can also do a one-to-one virtual session and an interview. We always do this. So if you need to talk to us directly in a virtual way, we are open to do it, to respond to all the questions you have.
And we have the forum.
Yes. Red also made me remember. I didn't mention this, but during the 4-day trek, we are going to have horses. So if you feel tired, the day we're going to up to the pass, you can use the horse. Yes. But it's part of the initiation ritual to go walking. Yes. Anyways, feel free to ask questions.
Great. Well, any other questions that may arise? Also remember that we will have a second call where we will go into more detail about the pedagogy, about like who we are, the team. You have not met Elena yet. She couldn't be here today. If you want to meet her and you speak Spanish, look for the orientation session in Spanish, as she's there. But Elena is also part of the team. Elena Pardo, that she is an amazing healer, an educator in the region of Cusco, and that she will also be with us walking and holding space for rituals and ceremonies, to be in conversation with the different earth beings that we will be crossing our paths with. So we will have opportunity to go deeper into all of this in this second session. For now, we wanted to have to give you an insight about what it is that we're planning to do, and what we have designed as a proposal and an invitation. So any other questions, or we say then goodbye for now, and looking forward to hearing your suggestions, your questions, if this has resonated with you, if there's like something that is calling you, please feel free to reach out to us, and and we would be very happy to answer to them. Okay. Any last words to just wrap it up from any of you?
Muchas gracias, and looking forward to respond your doubts, questions, and also to meet you here. Thanks, Gerardo. Thanks, Ana. Thanks, Renata.
Thank you all. Bye bye.
Muchas gracias. Chao, chao.